Now, the first thing you need to understand, if you are a polishing purist, this video is going to make your head spin. But if you're a guy like me who just wants his shoes and feet to look sweet, then you're going to love it. Alright, so today I'm going to show you a simple technique for polishing your shoes that takes approximately 5 minutes, and the majority of the time that you're spending is getting everything set. Alright, the deal is that your shoes are a representation of you and who you are. Dirty, crusty, scuffed shoes are going to represent that you are dirty and scuffed. This is not the case, and so we want to make sure that they are always polished, professional, and looking great. A simple way to do that is to learn how to polish yourself, and today I'm going to show you the Alpha way. First thing you're going to need is a sweet pair of shoes. I'm actually going to be polishing and demonstrating on my favorite pair of monk straps, just to show that I am indeed serious, and I do not recommend you try this at home. This is a nail polish. This is my favorite shoe. I am going to scuff my shoe to show you how well this works. As you can see, the shoe is scuffed. Next, you're going to need a polish that closely matches the shoe color. Now, I would go with Kiwi. Kiwi has been around for years. You can find it in grocery stores, drugstores, and it's cheap, like $2 a can of polish. Alright, so here's the deal. You got brown shoes, you're going to use brown. But if you've got tan shoes, they also sell tan. If you've got cordovan, they sell cordovan. Black, it's simple, there's only one. Alright, so for this, I'm going to be using brown, because it closely represents the brown color in the shoe. Next, you're going to need an application cloth. I simply use an old wife beater, and you can reuse the polishing cloth. All you gotta do is find and search for a new clean spot each time you polish. And last, you're gonna need an old towel to protect your pants. Step number 1 is preparing your shoe, alright? What I would like you to do is actually wipe it off. That protective cloth that you're going to be using, use that. Then you're going to actually undo any buckles or take out any shoelaces. Then it's time to get to work. Alright, next you're going to be opening your polish and you're going to be getting your cloth lathered up with polish. Alright, what I like to do is actually use these 2 fingers, get them in a nice clean spot on the polishing rag, and apply a generous amount of polish to your fingers. Alright? Next, you're going to apply the polish, just a thin layer all over. And what you're going to end up with is a shoe that looks matte. You're going to put that polish all over the leather, alright? You're going to make sure to get in there where the tongue is. You don't need a ton of polish. That's one of the mistakes that I see a lot of guys using or making. They actually are lathering that shoe down with a ton of polish, and you just don't need it. A nice thin coating is all it really requires. Make sure to fill in all those little nicks. Alright, one word of caution. If you have shoes that have contrasting stitching, like white stitching, alright, you're going to want to make sure that you're incredibly careful, because if you get polish on it, you are going to absolutely color the white contrasting stitching. Alright, and when you are finished, the shoe is going to look like this. It's not as shiny, it's nice and matte. You're going to let it dry while you do the other shoe. One question you may wonder is, how often should you do this? I basically will polish my shoes after every 2 or 3 wears, just to make sure that they're always looking their best. Alright, now what I want you to do is grab a seat. And what you're going to actually do, you've got your knees up here, you're going to lay the protective cloth over your jeans or pants. Just like that, alright? Then, it's as simple as holding your shoe, placing it there, in your knees, okay? And then you're going to take the nice soft cloth, put it on either side, and start buffing out. Alright, now, get over the toe, and what you are left with is a beautifully polished shoe. Notice this is the shoe that I scuffed. Look, it's all gone. How sweet is that? Your shoe, hold it tight, and rock and roll. Now, here's the deal. If you get to a part where you actually can't cause this or create that movement or motion, alright, you can absolutely just get in there and buff it with one hand. Alright, the idea is to create that friction, alright, work that polish, and you are going to get a super high shine, and it's going to look awesome. The trick is just to get a good firm hold with your knee, and then to just constantly rotate that shoe around. Alright, like I said, this is about done. It's overkill at this point, and the shoe looks amazing. Yep, and I would say that that is pretty scuff-free and shiny. Guys, that's all it takes. $3 and 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. But it's actually kind of fun. You get into it, and there's something very satisfying about shining your shoes, making them look great. You spend time, you spend money, you spend energy making sure that you look great. Well, little things like shining your shoes makes a big difference, alright? You may not think so, but other people notice. 2 people walk in for the same job, equally qualified. One person has dirty, scuffed shoes, the other one is polished and shine. Guess who gets the job? 9 times out of 10, exactly. The guy with shine shoes. That one time, he knows somebody. Probably a brother of a sister of a cousin. Anyway, guys, your shoes, how do they look?